Okay, can you hear me now? Oh my God. Can you hear me now? Mm, somebody tell me if you can hear me. Okay. Guys, oh my God. I did not think. Oh my goodness, Evelyn. I'm so glad. Mary Harrison. I'm so glad to see you guys. I have had a day. So let me just tell you the first thing I'm going to do, since it's wine and tarot, I sent Mr. Honey to the store and he got me Echo Domani, and it's a Pinot Grigio. It is very, I don't know, it's not anything fancy and not what I would have picked, but Mr. Honey picked it, so it's okay. I just need a glass of wine. I am so glad to see you guys. Glug, 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 glug. Is Mercury still in retrograde? I don't think it is, but it should be because it's been one of those days. Let me come over and say hi to everybody first. I'm all discombobulated. I haven't done this in so long. So Donna was first here, and lovely Chris from Elemental Cardamancy. Bennett says hi. Kim Moon Whisperer, hello, hello. Evelyn from the UK. I am so glad to see you here. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to see you here. And my best friend Mary from, oh my gosh, my best friend Mary, who some of you heard all about her lovely wedding. No, it's not too much wine. It's not enough wine there. Cheers. What are y'all drinking? What are you all having? Pinot Grigio is refreshing when it's hot. And I always like to tell myself that I'll do red wine when it gets colder. And I do red wine, but I really am a white wine girl. It has been quite some time, Evelyn. How are you doing? Are you still journaling and arting? And oh my goodness, it's just lovely to see you. Okay. So here's my story while you guys are telling me what you're drinking. And don't forget to like the video so that it tells YouTube that, I don't know, I'm real or whatever, because I'm just trying to get back into this again. And it's rough getting seen again. Oh, you're definitely on the rosé wine, girl. All right, now I just got a text. Nobody important, and I'm turning my phone off. All right, so here's my, hey, Antoinette, it's good to see you. I'm telling my story of, I don't know, woe and funniness today, and I'm so glad to be here sharing a glass of Pinot Grigio with you guys. So this morning, I woke up, fairly early. I guess it was around 7:30 or so. And Mr. Honey now does not work crazy hours. He works Monday through Friday, so we have weekends off, which is, it's just so nice. However, Mr. Honey he gets up and gets dressed and he's on it. He's doing something. It takes me a couple of hours. I need to have my coffee, go back to bed, scroll on my phone, look at the news, talk to my best friend Mary. Like there's just, I don't get moving until, I don't like to schedule anything before 10 o'clock, So I'm having my coffee and I'm scrolling. And actually I was talking to Bennett on the phone and I hear this and the windows are open because God bless, the humidity has broken and it's been absolutely gorgeous outside. So the humidity is broken. So I slept in flannel jammies last night because it was 48 degrees here and I had the windows open. It was glorious. But anyway, sitting there drinking my coffee. And I hear, I'm going to do sound effects. And it's probably not going to be right, but I hear, wah, 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 wah. Mr. Honey at 8:30 on a Saturday morning is in the front yard using the freaking weed whacker. And I levitate off the bed, and I'm like I'm tangled up in the covers, and I'm trying to get out because it's Saturday morning at 8:30. We just don't do that. We live close to people. There's a baby next door. The guy on the other side works nights. I'm like, what are you doing? So I run outside in my flannel jammies, barefoot, and I tell him to please, with an expletive, stop. It wasn't Zen at all. I wasn't Zen, Jill, at all. To please stop doing that. And I immediately get kind of like all jangly on the inside. I come back inside, and Henry is standing on the bed with his nose in my coffee cup. He's drunk my coffee. So now I have to get up and go and get another cup of coffee, and the pot's empty. So I made a pot of instant. And then I got up, I made the instant, and I went and sat down. I don't know. I went and got dressed. I started some laundry. I went and hung laundry. And about an hour later, I hear this all over again. And I thought, fuck. So I go outside, and he's not in the front yard. But I see this person next door weed whacking the front walkway. And I mean, Mark has been known to do that before. Like, he's been known to like mow our grass and then mow our neighbors' fronts too. And in the wintertime, we snow blow their fronts too. And I'm thinking, is he over there? Like, I'm not going to walk over there because I don't want to be giving the owner of that house the stink eye, because they can do what they want, as obnoxious as it sounds. But so I came back over here. It was the neighbor. And then when I came back inside again and sat down to get my coffee, guess what? He drank my coffee again. So it's just been one of those days. And then I came on to talk to you guys. And I went, I pushed the button to go live, and I start talking, of course. And then I sort of like, because I have to blow my camera up. So then I switch back, I slide back over to look at chat. And there's this box saying, okay, so do you want to go live now? So I had been talking for 30 seconds beforehand. And then we had the kerfuffle with the yeah, I had the kerfuffle with the, oh my gosh, volume. But here I am because my mic was on mute. So here we go. Cheers, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Lunasa. Happy midsummer. Happy August. And cheers to a Saturday evening. It's been something else. So let me see what you guys are talking about. And I don't think our hen's going to be with us today because, oh my gosh, Betsy, hi. Because it's too early for her. So how is everyone? And what is everybody drinking? Do I have to scroll way back up again? Got to make it bigger. Oh, you're on the cheap rosé from Lidl. We don't have Lidl up here, but Bennett has it where he lives, near Washington, D.C. And so we go there and get wine and bring it home. And actually, Aldi there has really good cheap wine. It's called Winking Owl, and it's like $5, and it's not bad. Pinot Grigio is, no, he's not with me. He's home. He just got home from a big trip, so he was home for the week. But let's see. Ooh, you mixed. What did you mix? With your own devising, vodka with, and I didn't hear anything else, see anything else. So vodka with what? Ooh, sparkling orange vino. Oh my gosh. Tony, what brand is that? I wonder if we can get it here. Drinking coffee. I would be, but my dog happens to like it. You're on the rosé wine. You just prefer it. Rosé is just a little bit too sweet for me, for the most part. Okay, vodka with vervain liqueur. Ooh, it's green and kind of like fairy wine. Ooh, I like that. Evelyn's still doing all the things. I can do, so, okay, I'm reading Antoinette's comment about, hi, I'm with Mr. Honey, up, yoga, shower, breakfast by 9 a.m. on the weekend. Oh, okay, yeah, by 9 a.m. No. I mean, mostly I'm up, I've yogaed, may not have showered. Mostly I've had something to eat because I have to take some medicine, so I have to eat with that. Breaking the weather. Oh, did you get... So Donna's over in France, and you got yours a week or so ago. How is everybody over in England, Scotland, England? How's your weather? Has the weather broken yet? You love it when I lose my zen. Oh, yeah. I lose my zen. It's a thing. It happens. And then we just, get back. It's weird. Yeah, just what a boxer needs, coffee. I know it doesn't make him any crazier than he usually is. Right now he's bothering me because he wants to go outside, but he's going to go outside and bark because Mark's on the other side of the fence doing something. That was the other thing I told him. Oh, you don't go around snow blowing randomly there. Oh, Kim, what are you drinking, Kim? Doesn't have to be alcoholic, but I'll tell you what. Wine when you're jankly is good. Wait a minute. A rosé Malbec? Oh, I have to see this magic. That sounds delicious. Oh, hi, Joanna. We're not doing readings tonight. We're just sitting around kind of talking. And actually, I'm going to announce to the listeners today something something that I'm going to be doing. So no readings today. I'm sorry. You have storm florists threatening some erratic weather. Okay. Monday and Tuesday. Nice and cool. Yeah, we're about that. We're about 77. Well, we might be 80 by now, but the humidity is so much lower. All right, so I was supposed to have a guest today, and that guest was supposed to be Jackie from Jackie's Crystal Moon. I don't know her well, but I've been in her videos and her lives, and I just thought it would be cool to have her on and interview her. And we've just had trouble connecting. We had it together, and then she couldn't do it. I think that was last week, or 2 weeks ago. And then this week, She had a work thing come up at the last minute. So guess what, guys? I'm going to interview all of you. Are you excited? I'm excited. All right. We're going to do 10 questions. Instead of doing a spread together, we're going to do 10 questions. But first, I want to know if you have you ever, have you got any, have you, oh, thanks, Donna. Have you received any magical things this week? Any tarot decks or accoutrement, anything? Any new decks? I received something that I'm going to open for the first time here. So I wanted to get some candles. My candle situation. Oh, Jackie is your friend. I'm so glad. She's a new friend of mine too. So I wanted to get some candles, and I specifically wanted to get candles around the new moon and the full moon. Hey, Kristen. So, and I wanted to support a small business. So I went on to Etsy and I got these candles. Now I ordered them. Ooh, the sparkling orange is from Aldi too. This is okay. I'm going to stop paying attention to chat for a second. So I ordered these the beginning of July, and there was a review on their site that said the candles are beautiful. It does take a little while to receive them, and I'm not in a big hurry. So, and then I thought, oh, I wonder if they're not sending them because the weather's been so hot, they'll melt. So I went on to their page and I messaged them and I said, look, I'm good to wait until September if you feel like they may not make it in transit, that they may melt. And they messaged me back and told me that nope, they were getting ready to ship them out, and they did. And I received them. I told them I was going to unbox them. So let's see. Ooh. Okay, so let me show you the box. I'm so bad at this. All right, I'm going to show you the back of the box. So this is the back of the box. What color is it? Like, it looks like a black or a really deep plum to me. And then there's packing on the top. Oh my gosh, it smells like heaven in here. I just have to tell you that. And these are, okay. So these are, I think they're 8 ounce. I think they're 8 ounces. And this one is the new moon candle. So let's open it up. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness, the color. And then there's crystals in here. And I think there might be some herbs as well. And I chose, so you get to choose what color, what size candle you want, what color glass you want, and kind of wick you want. And I got cotton wicks. You could get a wood wick. Do you remember me and the wood wick candles? I don't know if you do, but many years ago when I first came on, I was talking about wood wick candles. And there were a couple of people that didn't know about them. But when you light a wood wick candle, it kind of sounds like a fireplace. But oh my goodness, this smells like, it's not lavender. It's a really clean scent. I wish I was better at this, but anyway, okay, let's look at the other one, and then I'll tell you who it is that, okay. Oh, see, I was so smartical at this. I'm so glad I forgot. All right, so the new moon candle, let's put all this stuff away. All right, so the new moon candle I got in a white, no, the full moon candle, sorry, I got in a white container. And you'll be able to see, can you see all the little crystals in there? Oh, this one smells like vanilla and gardenia, but not your grandmother's gardenia. A nice, mellow, gardenia smell. Yeah, it's beautiful. So these came from Blue Lotus Apothecary in Lexington, Kentucky. So for people that are in America, and they are listed, they're in the description box below. So there's that. So what have you all got? Let me go back and look. See if I have the chat on and I'm looking at it, I'll be ADDing it the whole hour. Okay. You got Ari Weisner's new Oracle, Find Your Own Way, and you also have a couple of decks on the way. That's exciting. Are we going to see a video unboxing of this new Oracle, or might we see it on Sip and Sling on Thursdays? Chris has a wonderful live that he does, Chris from Elemental Cartomancy, called Sip and Sling. And it's just a fun time, sort of like this. We just all get together and drink something and sling some cards together. Antoinette, the sparkling orange wine is from Aldi too. Now, we have Aldi here where I'm from, but Aldi here in my town does not have an alcohol license, so they can't sell alcohol in the store. So I can't get Aldi wine unless I travel someplace else or I go to Bennett's. So let's see what else is happening. Your most recent, this is Donna. She says her most recent was a new copy of the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Yeah, you said that on my Facebook group. I love that deck, and I just need to go ahead and get it. I'm afraid that when I get it, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, this is nice, but it's not like, oh, wow. But everybody really loves it. I love that crackling fire sound too. Anybody else? I know, Tony, no alcohol at the Aldi. Oh, you're welcome for the shout out. Always, Chris, always. Okay, I'll try to remember to remind you. Okay. So let me look at my list, because you know I had to make a list about this. Okay. So I wanted to tell you, I did want to tell you about too that. So most everybody knows, but some people in here don't know. So I'll just say that Mark and I live in a tiny house. We live in under 1,000 square feet. As a matter of fact, we have arguments because I think it's 825 and he thinks it's 700 and change. I'm not sure, but it's one bedroom. So it's like living in a one bedroom flat, except that we have a fairly large yard, probably because our house is so small. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room here. But when I was thinking about doing this at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do with Mark for an hour? Because I can't have him here watching television, because y'all hear that. And how did we do this before? What happened? How did I do wine and tarot those years ago? Well, he was working crazy hours. He was never home. He was never home. Oh my gosh, Zane, how are you? Yeah, so we never had we never I never had that clash. He would sometimes, if you remember, come walking in at the end. But so I banished him to the yard. I told him he can't come in for an hour. I said, don't do too much outside because you're going to need a project for an hour. All right. So yesterday began Lammas or Lunasa, which is the midsummer festival or the midsummer Sabbath. It's the first harvest. There's this whole thing that I'm learning about the Celtic god Lu, and oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Oh, way to wrinkle my man. Yeah. Now, I'm going to do a short commercial. So just if you do have this and you're enjoying it, please comment. But I've been in creative mode and I've been in wanting to give back to the community. And so I've created, this is in August 2025. I called it a tarot and moon guide, but it's so much more than that. It has tarot in it. It has astrology. I did like the major things that are happening with the stars and what you can see in the sky. I did a whole section on Lunasa and gods and goddesses, and I did a bonus content which is all about the Lion's Gate, which has now started to open. It has been a labor of love for me. I think I just showed that upside down. Sorry, guys. It has been a labor of love for me, and the people who have purchased it over on Buy Me a Coffee, and the link is below. All you have to do is highlight that link. It begins with coff.ee. Just put it in there and it'll come up. And then if you scroll to the right and down a little, you'll see shop and it's there. I have this up for $3, which is less than a cup of coffee actually, but it has mini tarot readings in it. There's reflection questions, places to journal. I really made this as something that you could print out, and I hope that yours will have coffee rings and wine stains and dog ears, and I would love it if you would get a copy. I'm going to be doing these monthly. I have September started, and I think what I'm going to do is rename it, and probably rename it like I think this one's renamed Leo season, so the next one will be Virgo season. And I'm really looking forward to doing these, and I'm really happy to be putting this out there in the universe, and it's been so much fun. Anyway, we have some things coming up in the Mary has one. She loves it. Thanks, Mare. I know Donna and Chris both have copies too. I hope they love theirs too. Oh, she loves hers too. That's good. That's a good thing. So August 1st started Lunasa, and I, first of all, have been pronouncing it Lunasa forever. So good to know that my pronunciation was wrong, and I corrected that. But since I've started following the Wheel of the Year, how many of you in here follow the Wheel of the Year rather than, like, I follow the Wheel of the Year, I think, more than I follow the calendar year. I mean, obviously I know that it's August, but I think, oh, it's Lunasa as well, and I look forward to that. And that's what I wanted to say, that I am really looking forward to autumn this year, and that's a huge shift for me. Oh, good. It has two or three different variants. That's good to know. It's funny. I put in llamas and Lammas in the Goog, and I came up with llamas. So I like the traditional anyway. But it's really new for me that I'm looking so forward to fall. I like sun and long days and warmer temperatures. However, this year has been just crazy. Me too. I like to work the wheel of the year into my monthly readings. So I'm just really looking forward to Lunasaw, and I wanted to know what decks you're going to be working with this month. This is not part of the interview. This is a separate question. What decks are you working with this August? What decks scream Lunasaw to you, or August? So the deck that I am going to primarily be working with is this one. This is one of my favorites. It's the Witch's Wisdom. And hold on. I need Ruby so I can read the... It is by... here we go. Phyllis Elliott and Danielle Barlow, and I think Danielle is the person that did the art, which I love. Now, I love this deck, but it's not an easy deck. It's well, I mean, if you don't get too, it's a different system. It's one of those decks that's a different system. So if you get put off by that, this might not be the deck for you. But look at this wheel card. It's just a, it's beautiful, beautiful deck. That I have used over and over and over again, that just screams midsummer to me. So I will be using this deck a lot in August. Now, the other thing I'm trying to do is to force myself to read Marseille style decks, pip decks. I really love the pictures. I really like, I love symbolism and all that juicy stuff. So I really like the non-pip style decks. I will say too, let me just say about this Witch's Wisdom deck. I love the book. The book it's got a thick kind of, it's fake leather, but kind of leathery cover. And the cards, there's different sections, and one of the sections is magic. And there's all kinds of activities and spells and just lots of good stuff in here. Lots of good stuff. But back to the pip style decks. So I said for July I was going to work with my Marshmallow Tarot and Marshmallow Marseille, and I didn't do it. So I thought, okay, let's try something else. So I'm going to work with my Tattoo Tarot, which is a story in itself. So my youngest daughter, Rachel, bought this for me either for my birthday or for Christmas one year. I didn't know that, but a year later, the deck showed up, and the bag was like beat to hell. It was a mess. And I opened it and here's this deck. So I was like, anybody buy me this deck? And she said, I did. I bought it for you a year ago. So I got it. Hi. Oh, hi, Trisha. Welcome. It's nice to see you. Nice to meet you. We are just hanging out here, drinking some wine and cocktails and talking about tarot. And pretty soon I'm going to interview everybody. So if you want to answer some questions about tarot and share your answers with everybody, please stick around. I'd love to have you be here with us. It's nice. You love the witch's wisdom. It doesn't bother me that it's different either. I still have to use the book a lot when I read it. But I really do love it. Your wheel of the year consists of birthdays, anniversary, Beltane, summer solstice, Samhain, Yule. Okay, Yule, winter solstice. No, she never told me. She never told me that it didn't come. She must have like got nervous when it didn't come and she got me something else as a replacement. I didn't know. I had no idea. So, okay. What's our time factor here? Oh, okay. We're getting there. All right, so let's do is there anything I need to tell you guys? I was just going to talk a little bit about Lammas being the first harvest. And so like your tomatoes and your cucumbers and your zucchini and your corn are all supposed to be ready. And this year our garden was just disastrous. It was, if Japanese beetles got our raspberries, I am the first person I know of to have a zucchini plant die. And it was quick. I mean, we went out to water and I picked a couple of zucchini and then it rained really heavily. And then like 2 days later, it was just covered with aphids and the leaves were all shrunken. It was devastating. Our tomato plants, interesting. The tomato plants that I've planted in our raised beds, there have been literally 0 tomatoes on them. I've got a couple of tomatoes that are like hanging on to these spindly tomato plants. It just is so sad. But I had volunteer tomato plants come up in the front garden and they're doing great. My corn, I planted 12 stalks of corn in the front yard and 2 came up and the ears of corn on them are just puny and it's just not been a good garden year for us this year. But we do have a great crop of squash coming, like winter squash, and I did also get about between 3 and 5 pounds of potatoes, so that's fun. It is depressing, but it's a learning year, and it's just been hot. I really wanted to can and freeze this year, and none of that is going to happen unless I go to the farmer's market or someplace else and buy seconds of tomatoes and can those or freeze them. But yeah, it's not going to happen this year. I was talking to Mr. Honey about our winter activities, and I said, look, when we're really trying to figure out what to watch, I said, let's just go to YouTube and look at like urban homesteading videos, because they're growing enough crops for themselves for the year and then selling some on like 1/10 of an acre. And we've got more than that. So, Yeah, let's do that. It's going to be a second glass soon. All right. So 2 more things, I think, or 3. So the Lionsgate is opening, and you know that it will be open. The peak of the Lionsgate is the 8th of August, and the 9th is a full moon. So I'll be doing a live next Friday, the 8th at 4 o'clock. Same time, but just a day earlier. Wine will probably be involved there too. But yeah, the Lions, so not the Lionsgate, but so this, yeah, the Lionsgate peak being just a day before the full moon. Both the full moon and the Lionsgate, I think, are going to be much more potent because of this. All right. So what decks are you guys working with? I need to go back up and look. Oh, here comes Mr. Honey. Oh, thanks, Chris. Thanks for the shout out for my book. Let's see what else. Oh, Season of the Witch. Oh, yes. I need to order that Oracle. And I want all of the seasons. I just think that is such a beautiful deck, and I'm so glad that they've done them for the, for all of the seasons. Donna, what deck are you working with? Eveline, are you still working with tarot? You stick with flowers. Interesting. This is the first year I've grown flowers, and I put some marigolds in the beds to keep bugs away. And the marigolds are doing great. And I'll have to take a picture because our backyard light, our motion sensor light, goes on at night and picks up those flowers, and it looks like they're glowing. I'll have to see if I can go out and get a picture of that. It's so cool. You haven't touched your decks for a long time. Oh yes, get back into it. You're a good reader, Eveline. We had so much fun talking about tarots. We don't need a deck for tonight because I'm gonna do the interview. All right, you guys ready to be interviewed? Let me get my reading glasses. Here we go. All right. First question is, and it's really 3 questions because y'all know me. What was the first deck that you owned? How old were you? And how did you receive it? So what was the first deck you ever received? How old were you when you received it? And how did you receive it? Like, did you go buy it? Was it gifted to you? Did you inherit it? And I'm going to pour another glass of wine. My son would say, because you're a grown-ass adult. Okay, I can't. Okay. Trisha says, I'm not keen on the oracles, but I'm really wanting the Seasons of the Witch tarots. What? That's exciting. Oh, wow. Okay, that's the John D from the partner shop. You got a John D tarot. I've never heard that. From the partner's stepmom. Oh, from your partner's stepmom at age 18. She never said anything, though. There was a John D tarot. Am I missing something? You bought yourself a tarot deck. This is Eveline. I bought myself a tarot deck. Oh, now I lost her. Okay. From a cheap, I should just put it on the screen. I'm always afraid I'm not going to be able to get it off. Okay. Bought myself a deck from a cheap bookstore. It was very flimsy cardstock and a pip deck. Oh, wow. But I thought it was very cool. And you were in your early 20s. Do you remember what that deck was? Interesting. That's interesting. Did you learn to read with that deck, Eveline? That's interesting. Okay. Donna says, Robinwood. You got the Robinwood. It was gifted to you by your bestie then and now when you were in college. Oh, that's lovely. Did you wrap it up? Like, did you wrap it up in silk? I used to do that. I used to wrap my decks up. I thought I had to wrap it up in silk. Oh, what does Zane have to say? Ellen Cannon reads the Witch's Tarot. I bought it for myself. A middle school field trip to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair when you were 13 or 14. Wow, you were young. You were a youngster. Let's see. You didn't use it. You bought myself the Deviant Moon. Oh, we have to talk about the Deviant Moon because I kind of have a love-hate relationship with that deck. That's a deck I need to get out at Samhain and just read with it. Just do it. As a matter of fact, I bought the Deviant Moon deck. I sold it and then I repurchased it because I just thought I had to have it. And I do. There's this weird, I just have this weird relationship with it. All right. Your first, this is Trisha. My first deck was the Shaman Caselli Tarot. I can't remember what that looks like. You were 12 and your doll bought it for you for your birthday. Wow. What a cool doll you had. That is so neat. My mother would have rolled over in her grave if she knew I was reading tarot. Oh, you're coming out with seasonal tarots. This is exciting. Okay. Kim, JJ Swiss, and you bought it used from a little shop in your early 20s. That is so nice. Mary Harrison, you started with a regular card deck, yes or no questions. You're like 12. Mary, why didn't I know this? Why didn't I know this? And I would ask a question and randomly pick up a card. Yes was an ace. No was a 2. 90% of the time, it was an ace or a 2. Huh? So my first husband's mom used to read from a regular card deck. I probably did tell you that. Excuse me. She read for us from the time I started dating him. We married 3 years later. And then we lived in an apartment for, gosh, I don't know, 5 or 6 years after that. And she kept telling me that I was going to move to Delaware and I was going to have a new house. I was going to move to Delaware. I was going to have a new house. And like none of those things, like I just couldn't even, back in the day when I got married, interest rates were 10%. There was no way I was buying a house. We didn't have the down payment money, you know, all of this stuff. Well, we did wind up buying a new house and it was on Delaware Lane. My address was Delaware Lane, and it was 1215 Delaware Lane, and her birthday was December 15th. So there you go. You are full of surprises. So my first tarot deck, I did not buy a tarot, nor did I really even know about tarot until I was in my 40s. I led a sheltered life. And most of you know that I was going through a really rough time in my life. And I went to a witchy store in the town I lived in. And now I asked her for a tarot deck. Oh, I had my tarot cards read by the director of food services at the nursing home that I was the marketing director of over lunch. And I was like, what are these fascinating things? So I went to this store and I asked the person there, and I wish I could remember the store is called Radiance, and it's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. If you ever get there, it is right by Market, and Sarah Preston is a wonderful individual. And so, as you might guess, I said, I'm looking for a tarot deck, and she is very, very intuitive. And I got these and a copy of Goddess Rachel Pollack's book, 78 Degrees of Wisdom. And that's how I taught myself to read tarot, on my bed with these cards spread out and the book between my legs. Back then I could read regular print. It was wonderful. So I had this great book, and I had lots of wine and a tarot deck, and it was a good time. And then I used to go to Mary's, my best friend who was in this chat. I used to go to Mary's house, and her mom would say, do a reading for me. So I would do readings. I would do readings there too. So that was fun. All right. Question number 2. What's the first tarot book that you owned? The first tarot book that you owned. And now y'all know mine, because I just told you it was Rachel Pollack's. Okay, so to be fair, he didn't know exactly what he was buying. Oh, well, he's still a cool doll. It's all right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Zane, because you live near there. Yeah. Oh, you got to go look at your shelf. Okay. What was everybody's first tarot book that they ever got? And I'm in StreamYard, so it's going to take a while for comments to come up. I hope y'all still there. Everybody still there? Do you remember what it was? Oh, yeah, the kitchen table tarot. That was a cool book. Yeah, that was a cool book. Did everybody else leave? What happened? Nobody remembers their first book? Zane, do you have Benabel Wen's book that could be used as a weapon because it's so big and heavy? Well, okay. The one... Here's Tony. Oh, the one that came with the John D deck in the tarot kit, but then it was the Deviant. Oh, the big book. I don't have that book. I probably should. Can we even get it anymore, Tony? But I probably should have that deck. It's like a coffee table book. All right, I'm seeing something from Evelyn said 78 Degrees of Wisdom too. And then I got the other book by her. It was like More Wisdom. Tarot, I have that one too. Tarot for Yourself by Mary Greer. I love that book. That is such a good one. That is a tarot workbook too that you can go ahead and write in, and that is a good book. And Mary Greer is a great tarot teacher too. Well, Zane, the next time we see each other, and we will see each other, I will give you my copy because I can't read it anymore. But yeah, I'm glad to give it to you. The Ultimate Guide to the Rider-Waite. Okay. And you think, and Donna thinks hers was a large format guide to tarot, something like that. Oh, you got it used from eBay. Good old eBay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think, we might have been in another live where I saw you say that, Tony, recently. I can't remember. All right, next question. We got a roll here. This is an easy one. Have you ever taken a tarot class or taught a tarot class? I know I've taught a tarot class, and I know Kristen's taught a tarot class, but I don't know, has anybody else taken a tarot class or even like something online that was self-paced? Of course I'll do it, Zane. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that we needed to be here. Yes. You took one with Sadhna. Sadhna has a channel. Oh my gosh. What is her channel name? See, this is my second class in. Kristen, put Sadhna's channel in because she does teach a good class. Kelly Fitzgerald teaches a good class. Kristen and I teach good classes too. I just haven't done one online. We don't teach together. Yes, integrative healing with Sadhana. Yep. I taught mine. So we moved from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which Lancaster City itself is pretty liberal. It's a really liberal place to live. Lovely. Moved up here to a beautiful, beautiful country, beautiful area, much more conservative area. And I decided soon after I moved up here that I was just going to contact the adult learning center at the local university, which my children were students at, and see if they would, see if they would be interested in me teaching a tarot class. So I put together a whole curriculum. I wrote up a synopsis and a summary and the whole thing, what I was going to cover each week. I think it was a 4 or 5 week class. And I submitted it to them, and I thought, yeah, well, what can they say? They can only say no. And they said yes. And then I was like, shit. But it was a really good class, and people liked it. And I still have friends to this day from that class. Haven't taken an actual class. Oh, yeah. Yep. And we were in one of those groups together, I think, Zane, and wonderful people with lots of tarot knowledge. No to both questions. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, I'm going to skip the next one because it was which deck Scream, Lunasaur, or August to you, and we kind of just talked about that. But here's one for you. If you could step in to any major arcana card for a day, which one would you choose and why? So if you could step into a major arcana card for a day, just for a day, which one would you choose and why? I like group activities too. And I really have appreciated like online Zoom groups too. Okay. So Kristen said the Empress because it looks luscious and relaxing. Yes. And ooh, yes. Tony says the sun for a fun-filled day. And Zane says the Magician for sure. That's your card, Mastery of Yourself. Donna says Justice. I'd like a chance to make some things work out fairly. Word. We probably don't say that anymore, but yeah, I agree. Anybody else? The High Priestess is your birth card. I don't know. I would pick the High Priestess because I think she has it all together. I think she would, I think I might like her. And she's able to like hold her cards close to her vest or chest, whichever way you want to say it. And I don't know that I always do that. I'm pretty much like what you see is what you get. Okay, let's do this. If you were able to step into a court card, which court card would you step into? Yeah, you don't want to step into that card. Henry, just hang in there. I know it's long, but just hang in there. Queen of Wands. Kristen says she'd step into the Queen of Wands. I'd love to be more like her. Ooh, King of Swords. Tony, why? Why the King of Swords? So you're a living, breathing personification of the Queen of Swords. It's not a choice, really. I always thought that I was the Queen of Swords. I was really drawn to her. And then Chris Kelly McFadden from Elemental Cartomancy kind of changed my mind about that. Although I'm still really, I want to step into the Queen of Swords from, oh my gosh, from my favorite deck, the Druidcraft Tarot. Oh yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. Her and I would be great friends. I think me too. Now, because swords are my favorite, and I like to see what comes from being queenie. Okay. I think we could too identify with any of the cards. All right. We have, it's been a long time. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. It's just 5. Okay. Just a little over an hour. I thought it was 5:42. I was getting scared for a second. Okay, now these are not tarot related questions. So what is your favorite adult beverage? And it doesn't have to be alcoholic. Trisha says for her major, probably the Empress. She does look awesome, and it does look relaxing. She looks like she'd be fun, you know, in that sweet, and yeah, she just looks like she'd be so much fun in that way. Sweet and wanting to do all the good things. Margarita. Ooh, Antoinette, Lunsen champagne. Yum. What else? Okay, hold on. Kristen, what did you say? Kristen says, Paloma. Unfortunately, alcohol just puts me to sleep these days. Yeah. What? Tony, you and I need to talk. What is a porn star martini? Now, I like a martini, but I'm pretty classic with my cocktails. Like I like gin and tonic, vodka and tonic. I like a vodka martini, but I don't like any of the like chocolate martini, coffee martini, strawberry martini. I don't like a strawberry margarita. I like a plain margarita too. Ooh, Bailey's. Oh, Moscow Mules. Yes, Kim. I like those in the winter time. Moscow Mules. They're my favorite. Yeah, I need to know what this porn star martini is. I wonder, will I get dinged because I said that? I went on a cruise last year and had quite a few. Oh, no, I think you mean mojitos. Quite a few mojitos, elderflower, lemon, apple juice, and a bit. Oh, it was a mojito. Okay. With elderflower, lemon, apple juice, and a hint of mint. Yes. I can see that. That's yummy. I do like mojitos too. You guys are all like, every single thing you mention, I'm like, oh yeah, I like those. I like those. I like those. Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. What's your favorite adult beverage? It doesn't have to be alcoholic. Besides coffee. Jamie, my guest canceled on me at the last minute, so I'm interviewing the chat. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Virgin Moscow Mule. Yeah, Kim mentioned Moscow Mules. Well, you know I love them. You and I have had Moscow Mules together. I love a Moscow Mule. And what are you sending me a picture of? Okay. Well, I know, but like, okay, so a Moscow Mule would be my favorite in the winter. I think wine is just my favorite all around. I'm a wino. I really like a nice glass of wine. If I had to pick, that would be it. All right. Next, you're getting takeout. Where are you going? In like what kind of cuisine are you getting? Are you getting pizza? Are you getting Mexican? Are you getting Chinese? What kind of cuisine are you getting? Yes. Yes. Cock and bull ginger beer. Yep. Copper cup. Super cold. Yep. Same. All right. Who's just said my favorite? Evelyn did. Indian. Oh, Wandering Mountain. Fajita quesadilla with chicken that Stephen and I split. Okay. Evelyn. Oh, where did she go? There. I think this is you. Indian, but nothing too spicy. I don't like my food to hurt me. Okay. I like a little bit of spice. If we're calling out for takeout, especially here, I'm going for, we do not call out for pizza here anymore. I make homemade pizza and we do it on the grill. So we don't do that anymore. The Chinese place, we have 2 Chinese places in town. Both of them make me sick physically, so we don't do that anymore. So we will go to, there's an Indian place in the next town over, Bloomsburg, which is about 12 miles. And there's an Indian place there that I get biryani at. Oh, you get all of it. Anything so that you don't have to cook. Donna gets Mexican, of course. Donna, can you get Mexican? And you're having a margarita. What? Oh, if you're having a margarita. Okay. Singapore noodles. Yes. So there used to be, for those of you who don't know, many of you will know that if anybody asks me where anything is here, anything of consequence or value is 45 minutes away. So, you know, if we're talking about, there's a really good Mexican restaurant that we have that's 45 minutes away. And they make tableside guacamole. It's delicious. There's also another restaurant called, it used to be called Siam. And it's a Thai restaurant that's 45 minutes away that I used to go to traditionally on my birthday. And last year for my birthday, Mark said, come on, we're getting in the car. I'm taking you for your birthday. I said, oh, where are we going? He said, well, I'm going to take you to Lewisburg. We're going to Siam. And we pulled up and it's closed. They got a divorce and it's closed. I love all cuisine that is spicy. Yes, me too. We don't have Indonesian or Korean. Donna, I know you live in a small village in France. How much takeout is available there, or what's the closest takeout for you? All right. What's your favorite travel food? So if you're getting into a car and going on a road trip, what food do you need to have with you? Donna says there's one Mexican restaurant near me. It is quite as good as El Paso, Texas. What? No, of course not. Okay. But it's all right. Okay. Yeah. I like my own pizza now. Anyway, I like my own pizza crust. We made a chicken bacon ranch pizza last night on the grill, and it's just, we do most everything on the grill. I don't open my oven often. Okay, porn star martini. Here we go. Copy and paste, folks. Porn star martini, passion fruit flavored cocktail, vanilla flavored vodka, Passoa passion fruit puree, vanilla sugar. See, this is very much too complicated for me. Traditionally accompanied by a chilled shot glass of champagne. which is your favorite, if I remember. So I would have to order that at a bar. I would never be making that at home. Way too complicated. But sounds yummy. I like my own salsa as well. Okay, just some sweets. Okay, so here we go. Indian is your favorite, Kristen. Okay, so now we're on to travel food. Oh, God. Eveline says just some sweets. Not on the road that long. Yeah, it's England. Salt and vinegar chips. Those are Bennett's favorite. Oh my God, he loves salt and vinegar chips. Do you have a favorite brand? He likes Utz. UTZ for those people not in America. UTZ, Utz potato chips. And I don't know if they have them on the West Coast either. And a Twix. Okay. Salt and vinegar chips. Your favorite chips too. Okay, they're not my... See, I'm a plain chip girl too. Chips or pretzels. Okay, so here's our favorite. When we travel, it's weird. When we travel, the first thing we do, if we're traveling someplace, we're usually leaving earlier in the morning. So the very first thing we do is go to McDonald's and get breakfast because nothing beats an Egg McMuffin. I just love them. So we get Egg McMuffin and coffee. He'll get a biscuit and coffee or on the road. But what we bring with us or get somewhere on the way is combos. I don't know if you guys even have them in England because they have all kinds of horrible additives and colors and everything in them, but they're either like they look like a little teeny tiny pretzel log, and then they have like this fake cheese stuff in them. And they're disgusting, and I never eat them at home, but in the car I like them. I also like pretzels, and I like cut up not salami and cheese. Those are my favorites. And I don't know where Mary is, but I know she likes peanut butter and apples and hard-boiled eggs. Oh, Trisha says gummy bears and kettle chips. What's Vicky's? Mallow Puffs. I don't know what they are. I wonder if they're like moon pies. Is a mallow puff like graham crackers with marshmallow in between? Egg McMuffins. I like them too, but Dunkin' always has such a long line. I can't stand it. So we usually don't go there. All right, one more question. Just one more. Let me see. All right. What was the last book you read or listened to? What was the last book you read or listened to? Mallow Puff is a caterpillar-looking biscuit with jam. Oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't translate here. Miss Vicky's for a sandwich because they're kettle chips. They stay crunchy longer without getting soggy. Amen. Okay, what was the last book you read or listened to? I'll go first. The Let Them Theory with Mel. Yep. Love that. Under the Tuscan Sun. I need to read that. I actually think I might have that in one of my libraries. Actually, please stream quietly. Please scream quietly. Okay. Listening to Father of Lies trilogy. The Old Witch's Home. Ooh, that sounds yummy. The last book was 144 of the Wisteria Witches series by Angela Pepper. Easy reading, fun, witchy, supernatural stuff. Ooh, yes. I like that. A cozy book. I like the cozies. Just started the Thursday Murder Club series. I just finished, this is a book by David McDonald, and it's called When We Were Vikings, and it's about a brother and sister who have, the brother is kind of the caretaker for the sister. They're around the same age. I'm going to say like 21 and 25-ish. And they've been together through some really rough times. The brother has been very protective of her. She had fetal alcohol syndrome. She was a baby born with fetal alcohol syndrome. And so she has some developmental delays, but it is a story of its coming of age and its triumph and its strength. And it's a feel-good book. I really liked it. And now let me look at what I'm reading because I just started it. Listening to, thank God for Libby. Okay. I'm listening to The Crone of Midnight Embers. And I think it's a cozy, and I believe it's book 1 of a series. So I'm excited about that. Just don't go into expecting same as every film. Oh, have a good night. We're getting ready to go too, but have a really good night. Is anybody, I just want to ask real quick, is anybody binging anything good? I'm in a show hole. You just started reading The Famished Road by Ben Orr. Okay. Oh, it was nice. It was nice being with you, Trisha, too. I'm so glad that you were able to come. We'll be hanging out next Friday, so please stop by. And yes, everybody, I did ask if you're binging anything, and I'll wait for just a couple of minutes, but we've been on for almost an hour and a half. You've been lovely. And I'm not jangly anymore. Could be the glass and a half of wine I've had. Could be your wonderful company, and I think it's a combination of both. Ooh. Okay. I'll try that. You mean Murderbot. We binged Patience on Masterpiece, and I don't know, it's like probably it's a BBC One maybe. It's about it's a police drama, and one of the main characters is on the autism spectrum, and it's just a lovely story of acceptance and this relationship that grows between her and the detective inspector, and it's really great. Yeah, wine helps with the jangles. It does. All right, everyone. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much. It was a great wine and tarot. I had such a wonderful time. I hope you guys did too. Go on over to Buy Me a Coffee and pick up your copy of the August Tarot and Moon Guide. September's will be out soon. I mean, soonish, the end of August. So a month, the end of the month. And I will see you back here this coming Friday. I'm saying this, and I got to check my calendar, but I'm pretty sure that we're all free. So I'll see you here Friday at 4:00 for our full moon, like our full moon watch and our full moon live. So take care, everyone. It's been just the best. Thanks. Bye-bye.